This episode will be dedicated to the life of Gabriel Fernandez. His heartbreaking story made headlines in 2013 when his life was cut short by his own mother and her boyfriend.
That couple that he hopes that they wake up at night and are tortured by thoughts of what they've done to this young boy. This is a case that has really touched so many because of the sheer brutality of the torture and abuse of this young boy by the two people who should have been taking care of him.
The conduct was horrendous, inhumane, and nothing short of evil.
After calling this the worst case of abuse he has seen in his 20 years on the bench, Judge George Lamelli sentenced Isaro Aguirre to death for torturing and murdering 8-year-old Gabriel Fernandez. His girlfriend, the boy's mother, Pearl Fernandez, received life in prison for her role.
It is unimaginable the pain that this child probably endured.
Gabriel had a cracked skull, broken ribs, burns, and BB pellets lodged in his body.
Netflix released a documentary in 2020 that I'm sure most of you have seen. The documentary was devastating and hard to watch. Should be right on the left. Yeah, it's right there. Look.
Oh, yeah.
This is so sad.
Yeah.
Just like seeing it in person, it's like, wow. You got all the rest in peace signs right here. Being in the presence of Gabriel's mural really saddened me. I had mixed emotions and even anger due to the circumstances Gabriel endured in the hands of his mother and her boyfriend.
Pretty sad. Like, it's very sad what happened to this poor little baby. But this right here is very, like, it's very refreshing to know that people came and paid their respects to him and the family.
I'm just glad that people, are still remembering him till this day.
Yeah.
And are keeping his, his memory alive.
This feels like it was just recent, like a
dude.
week ago. And it's all here.
And this happened in 2013?
Yeah.
He would have been 16 years old. It's sad, man. It's sad.
Still
like
fresh on people's minds and the community. And I hope a lot of changes have
It's been 8 years since Gabriel's passing. Until this day, he still and will always be remembered. His story touched so many people. This is his memorial tree that stands only feet away from the apartment that Gabriel was beaten and tortured in for months, which ended in his fatal beating on May 22nd, 2013. And 2 days later, Gabriel passed away. We were approached by a very nice man named Felix. He told us he is the current tenant of the apartment that Gabriel lived in.
Nosotros vivimos ahí donde lo mataron.
Oh, sí?
O sea que allí, pues, allí no se murió allí, no que se murió en el hospital, pero,
Sí, pero ahí es donde
pero allí
lo
donde
mataron.
vivía, sí.
What the jury heard today was what a 12-year-old boy remembers seeing. His baby brother being tossed about, being beaten, being hit, being punched, and being forced to sleep in what he described as a small bed, almost like a cave. No cameras allowed in the court today as the older brother of Gabriel Fernandez took the stand. He's now 16 and was identified only as Ezekiel. He was shown the cabinet that Gabriel was forced to sleep in night after night. He called it the box. Question, do you remember seeing the defendant and your mom put Gabriel in the box? Yes, they would put handcuffs on the door to the box. What else? They would wrap a bandana around his mouth. Sometimes they would put a sock in his mouth.
¿Apenas se movieron ahí? No, ya tenemos como 5 años. Ay, yo cuando me dijeron eso, me decían, oiga, no hay ruidos ahí. No hay ningún ruido.
No, usted nunca...
Oiga, es que vi que allí mataron al niño. Pues el niño no está aquí, ya él está allá con Dios.
Rest in peace, Gabriel. We hope you are at peace and you will never be forgotten.